Hey, it is September 19th, 2025. It is a Friday night. We're sliding in a little screwball, a little slider for Ross McHenry in the house. Ross, welcome. You're on my second show coming up next about college or not. All right. This is a Friday night wrap up of 2 weeks with my man, Lincoln Bartholomew. If you didn't listen to the first show, he came in 2 Sundays ago, Link? Yeah, it was 2 Sundays ago. And we've been training and mental preparation and eating and sleeping and how a day in the life looks like for a pro, which we want to be by next year or the year after?
Probably the year after.
The year
Another
after.
year
So 2027.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2026, you're going to be the hottest amateur going. And then 2027, we get our factory ride. It's that easy.
That's
It's
the
that
goal.
easy. Lincoln, welcome back to the show on a Friday night, Outback with Petrone.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so we're gonna go and we've never done this. It's been a while since we've done this, of having an athlete come in and then start a podcast the first day, not knowing anything about me, the Woodgym, the house, the culture, the people, all the people that are sitting here, all four, and going from there. So I want to get your insight of your first feeling of what you saw when the first day of training, the first day of getting here, actually getting picked up from the airport on, because I know we did the podcast, but now you've had a full 2 weeks.
Yeah, like getting here, like I was texting on Friday, and I flew out Sunday, so it was pretty fast. Made a decision quick, and like did enough research. Didn't do like too much. I didn't talk to you much before that, so I didn't really know like much about you and like about the Woodgym. And yeah, like I flew in Sunday and then came here and chilled and I met all your friends, and yeah.
So you've had, I got the workouts here. I got some pictures that we want to sign on air, but I probably have close to, I think the first week was 28 workouts. 28 times 2, Ross, is what? 56. Thanks, Ross. He's the guy that didn't finish school. So that we're going to go on the second one. The second show. 56 workouts in basically 12 days. It hasn't been 2 weeks. That's a lot of workouts.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, we've put it down. We've averaged probably 4.2, 4.5 workouts a day. Today was probably our lightest day, but a very intense Friday morning on a Friday. You fly out. We had tennis lesson this afternoon. You fly out tomorrow morning, and you rinse and repeat, and hopefully we start the workouts again next week, but nothing the intensity that it's been the last 2 weeks. So you take me through that. Instead of me talking about it, you take me through the first 2 weeks of I call it the Petrone experience.
Yeah, for sure. It was just like boot camp, really. Like it was just getting me into it and getting like learning all the workouts. So when I'm like by myself, I can do it and not have to call you and ask you like how to do the workouts and stuff. But the first day I thought I was going to die. It was absolutely gnarly. You couldn't prep for that at all. Like I thought I was in good shape when I came here, but then after the first day I was so sore, couldn't move, like thought I was going to die. I didn't know. I was laying there in bed and I didn't know how I was going to make it through the next 2 weeks, but we did.
So take me through more detail. Like, what did you learn? What are you going to take away from this experience? That's what I want from you. At a 17-year-old, the kid's a prodigy. So he's a 17-year-old phenom. He's supposed to be the next big thing. We want him to be the next big thing. I'm counting up all the workouts, looking at all the weeks. What did you learn?
Just like outwork them. Like I thought I was putting in like a good amount of work before I came here, and then I kind of had like that whole experience, like the 2 weeks of living with you and like how the other pro athletes for the other sports do it, and like I just wasn't working out enough, and like I could have done so much more to like prep and yeah, and like mentally wise too. You're a big help with that, because mentally I just didn't like. My confidence really wasn't there. Like I wasn't putting in the work to have the confidence. So like now that I did put in the work, that the confidence will be there and it'll line up.
So today I did my solo dolo mountain bike ride while Rip Van Winkle slept for a solid 4 hours. So I saw a lot of him. So what happens, I was telling the production guys here, Griff and Ben, that helped me with this podcast all along. Ben's been with me from the start. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate this. I'm loving the Outback with Petrone. I do. when somebody lives with you, you get to see all their habits and tendencies, and you get to figure out like what you could help with, what you can't. And from the first podcast, so I did a mountain bike ride today. You took a nap. Fair enough.
It's tired.
And yeah, you're tired. You've done a lot of work.
Long 2 weeks.
Yep. And I needed that ride just to get ready for today. I take these podcasts pretty seriously. As much as I'm joking around all the time, I try to work on them. And listening to the first podcast with you 2 weeks ago, talking about like what you thought you were doing to what you really weren't doing that you needed to work on. And you know, again, I'll give you a huge summary when you leave, and, you know, when you're probably flying back tomorrow, I'll start typing stuff up and start thinking about everything that you have to do as a professional. You know, you want to carry yourself that way. What would you say that you could take away, that the number one thing that you saw that like, okay, that was my weakness?
I mean, just like the work part, I think like my weakness was I just wasn't putting it like in that much work compared to like the other professional athletes, I guess. Like from going from an amateur to a pro and like being at the age where I have to transition, like I'm going to have to start working harder to be like the pros, like, I guess.
So yeah, that's a great sentence. Like that's nice. So I would say the consistency of working hard, of stacking papers. What I tried to talk to you about is like, no matter if your bike ride is 12 minutes slower from it was the day before, you're still, as we call compound interest, stacking those little things every day.
Yeah, like every day was a win. Like in the past week, every day's been a win for like in the woods, in the gym, and body fat.
Yes, understanding the scientific approach to it of Griff would get this, being a mountain bike rider. Griff DeLong, one of our guys that does the podcast, and he's a phenomenal athlete, and he's been on 8 billion times. He'll be on for the next show. Is one day I hit a PR of 30 or 29 thanks to Link, and then the next day I went back and did the same 2 loops at 43. So I sat at the kitchen table for probably 26 minutes late for my 4 o'clocks, and you could tell his eyes were getting dazed when I was trying to explain to him the scientific theory of like, he didn't ask the question, but I was trying to explain, why would you do the same 2 laps at 43 when you just did it at a 39 and a 29? Why would you do the next day at 43? And I was trying to tell him I'm building oxygen chips. And what I mean by that is I'm stacking, getting in shape, layman terms, of it's okay to do the 40, because I still had seat time. So I still had 43 minutes of energy in my muscles that I didn't have if I didn't do it. And It was a recovery ride, but the recovery ride was still getting me better.
Yeah,
and
seat time is key. Seat time is key.
It's key, but it throws people a way of like, how does that make you better if it's 13 minutes slower?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So I'm trying to tell you, like, just to get in the seat and bike.
I feel like a lot of the times when I was sore and we were doing workouts and I couldn't do it and I just kept asking you, like, why is this harder? Like, I feel like I was going backwards, but I really wasn't. Like, we were really going forwards, but.
I mean, you've done a lot of workouts, and tell me about, I need more of your feedback of, like, the box jumps and the turf work and all the stuff that you've probably seen before, and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to duplicate this. And you don't have to, but, like, he was training me like an athlete, where all the training schools for motocross, it's like everybody's doing the same thing and they're all this. And I think it's kind of cool to step out of that and go, I'm going to go to this unorthodox place, which is unorthodox, but these methods have been around since the Soviet Union's in the 30s and 40s, which I wanted to study. And now everybody is not understanding that depth jumps and plyo jumps and elasticity lead to longer longevity, Ross, that we were talking about. That's the reason we jump, and that's the reason we do these things. And all of a sudden, you started setting PRs. So, Griff, we started setting like lap times the first day of single speed mountain biking to trail running, and getting these measurements, means and measures, and then setting those times and then working on those times. 1 lap time, 2 lap time, 1 lap time weight vest, 20-pound weight vest, 2 laps weight vest. All these things that he's probably like, what the hell are we doing? I was throwing so much at him. I think what he started to see is the time it takes to record all this stuff, so you have these means and measures. Because you could go back again, his first podcast was confidence at the line. There's a lot of pressure. My family's put a lot into it, and I got to win and this and that. You don't have to win. You're supposed to win. And what I mean by that, it's like with all these workouts that you guys are seeing on YouTube, you're looking at this stuff now. All these workouts, when Todd Helton, who we have Gentry Helton sitting here with us tonight and hanging out with us, and she's awesome, and she's going to be awesome in her own right. But when Todd wins All-Stars and Silver Sluggers and Gold Gloves, it's expected. It's not like, oh my gosh, or Harrison Smith is All-Pro and then Helton becomes Hall of Fame. It's like, no, that's what we worked for. So it's like, that's the confidence. This is the confidence. The work is the confidence. And I think, listen to the first podcast, and we talked about that. It's expected, so it's not a big deal. Yes, you're going to embrace that when you win all your mini-O's, but you should go in winning. And we talk about the outcomes on all the podcasts. Is like, with this, it's kind of expected. Like, I did basically 60 workouts in 12 days. I should kick everybody's ass.
Yeah, for sure. And like before this, I felt like I was really just training like a normal person, like bench, all that stuff, and like just strength training and not training like an athlete. And that's like why I wanted to come to you, is so when I go back to the facility, I can still use your workouts and train like an athlete and not like an amateur athlete, a professional one, and do it right.
And you got to put it down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's go time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because as you get older, it becomes more eyewash. 18, 19, 20, 21. It's now or never. And we talked about that with people in the gym. Jeff Christensen, one of the guys on the podcast, is like, yeah, he's only 17, and I'm like, yeah, but this is the time he has to hit. I know it's very young, but it's a young sport. We can't wait till we're 24 to hit.
Yeah, for like right now is like a turning point for everyone that's like around my age, like everyone that I've grown up racing with. It's just a turning point. It's like you want to do it or you don't do it. Like you either stop or you want to go to the next level, because it's just so dangerous. The risk is so high. Like either stay in it or don't.
So, what would you overall give the grade of 12 weeks with Petrone, or 12 days, or 2 weeks?
I thought it was amazing. Like, even though the workouts were like hard and stuff, I still did it with like a smile, and then we'd come home and eat good. Like, we crushed food all week, and good food too. Like, you cooked every night. I mean, the food was amazing, and the workouts were good, and the people were good in the gym too. And yeah, I liked working out with everyone there.
Well, that's the one thing I took away from what I was listening to Link, because a guy like Link comes in and he shadows me, so it's not like he gets his own car and I go in at 5 and he comes in at 8. He goes in when I go in.
Yeah.
And he sits in the passenger seat. And, we've had some issues the last 2 weeks because people are like, hey, you haven't called me back. Why didn't you talk to me? Whatever. And I'm like, Link's with me 24/7. So it's not like a guy 6 weeks that gets his car and he comes in at this schedule and I already go in. And then he rolls in with the 3 or 4 guys that are staying at the house. This is different. This is showing how a day is. Instead of the combine, the NFL combine guys come in and they're here as a combine trainer. Like, get this first step right on my 40, get my short shuttle right, get my L drill, get my vertical, get my broad. With you and you guys, and I've had other guys like you, it's like you, with a single sport like this, and you're a solo dolo. So
yeah.
You have to show these guys a day in the life of what it takes to be the best of the best. And for that, you have to be with me 24/7. So I'm sure it's just as hard on you or harder on me of, sorry, I can't. Even your mom was like, hey, can you talk to me right now? And I'm like, I can't. He's with me, like, because she wanted to talk some other things or whatever and see how he is and didn't want you around to hear it or whatever. And it's like, he's Velcro to me. I can't.
Yeah.
I'll try at this time to give you the feedback or whatever, but that's what it was, because it's in the book of Ephesians, Griff, and I'll tell you that it's not what you see. It's what you see. It's not what you hear. And that's what rubs off. And you watched it today, and I posted on my story with Azzy, my grandson, of doing the pogos. It's like he saw us doing pogos, and he did pogos.
Mm-hmm.
I had to post that.
Yeah, for
whether
sure.
people liked it or not, and whatever it was, I'm getting shots at that, as you know. But it is exactly what Djokovic said, the Joker, the tennis player, the number 1 tennis player for the last 10 years. it's his environment. And the environment is who you are. And that's what I was trying to create with you. And that's what you saw. But I wanted to take away this is when you got in the car, you were like, man, you have really cool people in the wood gym. You
Yeah,
have really
everyone
nice
there
people.
is cool and nice, and like everyone gets along and fits in. Like for a lot of people, like that's like structure, you know, like that's where a lot of people like to go, and like that's where they want to be, you know. There's not like going there and someone you don't like's there like all the time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you go and you want to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
And that's why this cat's got to make it happen, because the reason is, and you're looking at it, you know, it's like, it's right there. It's because you feel the love that I have, you feel the passion that I have for it, you feel that the service that I'm supposed to be doing this, you know what I'm saying? And it's like pouring into others, and then all of a sudden you create great ones that are on the couch right now, and you're watching that maturation phase go up, you know. So it's like, that's where it is.
And you're serving. It's not even like work for you, you know.
No.
That's what you preach, is
Yeah.
that you always serve. It's not work.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Yeah. And I think we take this time to sign some things.
yeah,
I mean, that's what I wanted to do, is just a round table, really. So
it only took 2 weeks for a jersey to get here.
yeah. Hey, but it got here, so we're good. So okay, sign your jersey with your Sharpie pen, and you'll have to sign one of these pictures to Ross, and we'll hang up. Fuck you, Ross.
Where's that pen?
They're right there in the zip.
Oh.
Pick the one that you want. So I, you know, we've never done this on camera before, but I thought it'd be pretty cool. I know Ross is into it and Ben's into it, but yeah, it's okay, Ross. Yeah,
He's gambling
yeah,
over
he's
there.
gambling again.
gambling.
That's another thing that, well, yeah, the kid's been around for the Canelo Crawford fight. We've been around for some, the UT Georgia game. He's a big Buffalo Bills since he's around there. Make sure I can read it. Make sure it's big, because it's going to go in a nice frame. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Perfect. Do you want to, like, you know, say anything on it?
Yeah, I'll write something on it after.
Okay,
This is
okay,
hard.
cool. All right, sign these 3. And then you can write it after, but I just want them signed on camera. I think it's kind of cool. Yeah. We got 3 pictures of him doing his thing. And we're coming for you, Hayden Diggin. We get it, Danger Boy. Yeah, take your shots. Yeah. We get it, Avenue. Dieter. Mills. Yeah, you got to take shots. Are fun.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. I mean, you know, because then you put it out there. That's manifest right there, Ross. You got to hold up to it. I love it. Oh, perfect. All right, Gentry, I got you. All right. So we're wrapping it up with Lincoln Bartholomew is in the house, and he's out back with Petrone, and we're getting it done. And he's a 17-year-old kid that there's some things I want to work with him on, but there's some good things. Yeah, I think he could do it. I just want to get him more, you know, at least he sees a guy that is tunnel vision. You know, if you say Charlie Petrone, it's one thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
I'm so excited to go race again. Like, just mentally, I think it's going to change everything. And, like, even on the bike, like, strength-wise, like, we worked out some muscles we never really used the past 2 weeks, so I cannot wait to ride. Like, I'm so excited to ride this weekend. And mentally, like, I already have everyone beat. Like, it's fine.
There. That's what I'm talking about. All right, FanDuel, give it up to DraftKings in the house. Lincoln Bartholomew, thank you so much for being here, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate
Cannot
it.
wait to come back.
I can't wait. Mini O's, November, Ross. We're going to fly down in Jeff Christensen's plane. Yes, you are. Dude, Sprinter van, we're rolling. We're roll down there. All right? All right, I'll see you at the Mini O's, brother.
Sounds good.
November, Thanksgiving week. Let's do it.
Can't wait.
Champions.